Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Karen from Vintage Elegance Inspiration. Today I have something very special to share, and it's a project that a number of us have been working on for the last while. One of the members from our group, Bohodaydreams, was also a member from Damsels in Lace, and she passed away, and she's not able to make it to our retreat in April. And you know, that's a big loss, not just for us as a group, but for her family. And I just was so impacted by the circumstances that I felt it was the right thing to do a journal for her daughter, like in memory of Sharon. And this will be going to her daughter, Emily. So we put out the call in our groups and asked if anybody would like to contribute to the project. And then I would assemble everything, put the cover on it, and send it to the family as our gift to them. So we have pages that have been submitted from people, and tags and embellishments and so forth. And it's absolutely lovely. It's very heartwarming and very touching. So I'm just going to do a little flip through. I didn't add much to it. I tried to just make it cohesive and, you know, bring the theme into play a little bit more. Predominant colors, as you can see, are purple and teal, and boho, very boho. And apparently she loved boho and hippie stuff and all that colorful wonderfulness. So we tried to incorporate that into this journal for a keepsake for the family. So I am going to share it with you. It's actually quite big. Well, it's huge for one. 8 3/4 tall by 5.5 wide, and a 2 3/4 inch spine. I could have done 3 inches. Vintage buttons, all in purple and teal. I used a beautiful Dupioni silk fabric for the cover, and some of Sheila's beautiful silk textile trim. I used some of my velvet remnants to make a sweet little ruffle, and some of Sheila's gold mirrored blingy bits. Some of her beautiful turquoise or teal sari silk for the closure ribbons, and a few pieces here and there. Of course, my style is more towards the vintage, so you're going to see a little bit of that throughout. And some lace, a little bit of lace. Apparently Sharon really liked bright green and pink as well, so we do have a few touches of those. No digitals were used in here by me, nothing additional. I did add some vintage book pages and music sheets, but I didn't make any extra tags. There was plenty from the people who contributed. So I divided it into 3 signatures, and there's beads galore everywhere, tassels, and let's just have a look together. I'm going to be shipping this out tomorrow. There's a couple of things I haven't quite decided on what to do, and I'll probably decide that last minute. This little charm dangle has a butterfly, another butterfly, dragonflies, feathers, and just some beautiful charms and things. And then inside we have the front cover. It's all fabric, inside and out. Got some beautiful teal colored vintage lace here, a tassel, a little boho charm, and then this beautiful folio. Let's take a minute to open it up. I'm not going to say who made each thing because I think the participants know what they made. And it's all just very, very touching. Beautiful lace on there. Gorgeous paper, and it's obviously decoupaged. Full of tags. Beautiful. It's graphic 45, I know that. Birds, butterflies, and these tags on this side. How sweet are these? Just so lovely, and a beautiful bookmark. So these are all things that the family can look at and remind them of their wife and mom and friend from your friends at Boho Daydreams and Damsels in Lace. So this I've just tucked in here. And then we've got this beautiful, beautiful page, the first signature. I just love the way this ribbon, or seam binding has been knotted. That's quite the technique. I'd love to watch her do it. It's amazing. Some beautiful, beautiful appliques, and I'm sure they're vintage. So pretty the way everything is collaged together. And then a dangle bead on the side. And then she's carried it through onto the other side of the page with this beautiful vintage textile crocheted doily, some more of the knotted seam binding, a beautiful stick pin in purple, and then a tag with some more of the applique and some vintage crocheted lace. How sweet is that? Absolutely beautiful. This is antique French lace here. Had to throw some of that in, of course. And I did add some papers, like I said, some book page and so forth. And I added a few just scrapbook papers that I tea-dyed to give a good contrast to all the other pages that were submitted. Tuck spot here and some beautiful purple lace, some large purple rosette trim, and a doily, paper doily. A couple of tags here. And reading through all of the little notes and so forth was very, very touching. I didn't read everything because I just felt it was so personal for the family. Some Shakespeare. Here's a little spot where they can put a photo or a poem or something. This is a beautiful page that was donated, and some pretty trim on the edge. Here I've run some purple seam binding through the page. Lots of space for writing thoughts. Here is some beaded trim and a tuck spot. Lots of places for extra things. Some sweet little ephemera pieces. There's an envelope here. I'm not going to take the bow off because it's done so perfectly. Some photos there. I believe that would be Sharon. I'm not too sure though. That's done on the back of a like a Rolodex card. And then there's an envelope here that has a few sentiments inside it that the family will enjoy going through. Some tea-dyed paper here. I didn't do anything on this page because I was thinking this page here could go in there. And this was submitted by Nicki Seavey from Ravioli Dreams with her beautiful colored appliques. And look at all the pearls and the bling on this crocheted applique. How sweet is that? And all hand stitched on the outside. Beautiful fabric. Such a gift of love. The beads I used for the center of this signature have a purple amulet and a cross. Sharon was a believer and we wanted to honor that. And then the other side of this page has some more photos on it. Photos of some dogs. I'm sure they'll know what that's about. And then, like I said, a handwritten card for the family. This is another tuck spot area. Lots of room for journaling, note-taking. This was a card. There's nothing inside it, so they can write on it or do what they would like. And I added some charms to a bulb pin here, a little peace sign, and a small purple tassel, along with this purple vintage applique trim. Here's another tuck spot where they can put something. Pretty navy blue lace on that vintage book page, sheet music. And then here's the other side of the front piece. And we've got a butterfly, some collaging, and it's a tag that is removable. And then the back side here, oops, these things are getting caught. That happens. Some beautiful collaging with the pink cheesecloth and some sari silk. Beautiful images. And then we're on to signature number 2. This was a tag that was submitted, and all I did was just add a little topper piece. But it's just so beautiful the way it's all collaged together. I love it. And I did a small belly band on the front of this. Some of Sheila's beautiful silk textiles. I just did a ruffle there. And then here's another tuck spot with some beautiful vintage lace. Here is another donated tag, very boho. I love it. It's done with some die cuts, layering up, and lots of room to journal on the back. And then here's a large page. I've added a tassel on the side with some hearts and charms, and then some tags and a personal note and a small journaling card. Lovely with all that beautiful lace. And then I added some Edith Holden book page with some vintage applique that I tea dyed. Here is a folio that was donated, and in here is a little flap, and it's got some extra papers, and on there it says Bohemian. I'm not going to take it apart, but tied together so sweetly with the aqua colored sparkly fiber trim, and lots of botanical images. And this says The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. Another tuck spot with some vintage lace, more book page, some navy and teal scrapbooking paper that I just tea dyed. Made a little pocket here with some of Sheila's beautiful textiles, a small envelope, and a quote bubble. This is a very cool piece. It's magnetized, so it stays shut. Got a gorgeous wax seal on it. Of course, it says Colorful Soul. Just so beautiful, the vellum pockets. And then she's got several tags inside. There's your peacocks. And this is like tags inside of tags inside of tags. So very cool. I just love this. Extra little spots to write their thoughts down. And true boho. Absolutely. And a personal note there. Some more of Sheila's trim that I made a ruffle out of. And it was so funny. I went through all my trims and I thought, oh, this is perfect for this page. And then when I was gluing it down, I looked over here and I went, ha, that's from the same piece of trim. Well, that's a good match. Isn't that amazing? We both used Sheila's trim for the same page. I love this spread. I think it's just so beautiful. And she's done a sweet little fabric swatch. And a gorgeous digital image there. Some beaded and sequined applique, the butterfly is so pretty. We've got the peace sign and some teardrop shaped beads. And then where did I have this? I think I had it on here. This one has also a lace fabric swatch and a note from the maker there. I'm going to put this together, otherwise I will forget. And another fold-out flip right there where they can tuck something if they would like, with the navy lace, some Shakespeare, some Emily Dickinson poetry, another tuck spot, a sweet little card with some lace on it, some angel wings, and I've done some vintage Venice lace here, a little flip-out page. And the other side of this page with some journaling cards and verses. So beautiful. And all the lovely laces. Oh, and then I added this little charm. It's a piece of leather with some beads and feathers. The other side of the pocket there, and that's the end of the second signature. This piece has some tags in it, and I just left it as it was because I thought it made a really sweet ending to the second signature. And I'm not going to take this piece out, but it's got some steampunk gears on there. So cool. Beautiful teal colored seam binding, lace seam binding. And this beautiful, beautiful page is the start of the third signature. And we've got some gorgeous fabric, some butterflies and birds, hummingbird on this side, note-taking, an applique with a little tassel, beaded tassel hanging off the side. And then this was a booklet that I added some artisan paper to because the person who made this, the cover was just white, and I wanted to add some color. So I hope she doesn't mind that I did this and added some beads. And it's a beautiful picture that looks like she's printed on vellum, and I'm imagining that would be Sharon there. So a very sweet remembrance and room for note-taking on the pages. So that just goes back in here. And then we've got a colorful spread on this side with some lovely journaling cards. Really, really sweet collaging on here. And it says she is brave. And this technique, Angelia, is so cool. You're going to have to show us how you did that. That is just amazing. You've done such a beautiful job. Very unique. I've never seen that before. So very pretty in beautiful colors. And then this side has a few tags. And the belly band with the turquoise lace, crocheted lace on it, and a flower. Lovely. That looks like vintage postcard as well. And this beautiful tatting, purple tatting at the top. Some Jane Austen book page, some more poetry, tea-dyed paper. And this was a tag that was created by one of the ladies. Absolutely beautiful stitching on the back. I imagine that her machine does that, has a template to do that, because that is just brilliant. I love it. Love the fabric and the blingy bling on there. It's just so sweet. Some vintage purple trim. And then we've got the center of this signature has a few tags. And I added the butterfly and the pockets. This one has fairies and some eyelash trim, all in the purple. Just so beautiful. And to the ends of the signature strings, I added some charms. There's some wings and a heart. And these are the colors of that I found out that Sharon likes, is the green and the pink. So I did them specifically together on this last signature. Bulb pin here with a star charm. And then this piece is a little folio with some beautiful glitter on there, applique, feathers, some lace, beautiful lace, and just some sweet collaging, which can be taken off. It is very bulky. Everything in here is quite bulky. I personally don't usually use scrapbooking paper that's cardstock heavy. When I do my journals, I do more of the lighter weight paper. So it was a challenge for me to, make sure that these were all staggered throughout the book and not getting too heavy in certain spots. And I added this little tuck spot here where they can add a photo or whatever they would like. And it flips out for additional journaling. And beautiful collaging on here with this grosgrain ribbon and some appliques. Lots of extra space for writing. Very sweet. And then we go to this page. There's another tag. I'm not going to pull it out. It's thinner paper and got some beautiful purple applique and the teal colored grosgrain ribbon, and then some paper punching edge there, and it looks like washi stickers. A beautiful envelope in the green color that Sharon liked. Some beautiful artwork. Just added a piece of bling and a tag. And then some fibers that were contributed by the same person who must have known that Sharon liked that color of green. Here is some tea-dyed vintage lace. I've added a big applique on this side, and this page can have something tucked in it, of course. Some vintage cotton that I have just done a ruffle, added a bubble quote, and some hidden journaling can go in there. And then the last page of this beautiful submission. And look at the gorgeous beads on there. Sometimes I love saving just the prettiest things for the very end. You've always got to have a really good final note, I think, in a journal. Gorgeous tag, beautiful layering and collaging. Just so beautiful. And then this inside back cover was a fabric piece that somebody had contributed and drawn, added some beads and a bit of bling, and I just thought it looked so sweet to finish off the journal with that in the back, and it says "Free Your Spirit." So very lovely. So that is our journal in memory of Sharon Huffman, and this is going to be going to her daughter Emily. I hope that they enjoy it, and I hope they know that it was made as a gift of love to the family, and I hope it's meaningful to them. And I thank you so much to all the contributors who put your time and energy into making such a thoughtful, loving gift for someone else. I'm sure this will be a real blessing to them. And thanks for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.